Hey, welcome. So, if you're a healthcare entrepreneur in Telangana, you already know that one of the biggest and, frankly, most intimidating hurdles is getting your facility registered under the Clinical Establishment Act. Well, today we're going to break that whole thing down piece by piece and show you exactly how to make it a smooth ride. So, you're doing it. You're building a brand new hospital, or maybe a nursing home, or even a specialized clinic. That is absolutely fantastic. You're all set to serve your community, but yeah, there's that one giant piece of paperwork standing in your way. And let's be honest, it can be a real headache.
For so many people, this whole process feels like you're just lost in some slow, confusing, bureaucratic nightmare. But here's the good news. It really doesn't have to be like that. With the right plan and a little bit of prep, you can sail right through it. And that's exactly what we're here to help you with.
Okay, here's our game plan. We're going to start with the what and the why. Understanding this whole registration thing and why it even matters. Then we'll jump into the how, your four-step path, the common mistakes to sidestep, and some pro tips to make it all go smoothly. And finally, we'll talk about the awesome payoff when you get it all right. All right, first things first, you can't beat a challenge if you don't understand it, right? So what exactly is this Clinical Establishment Act, or CEA, that everyone's talking about? At its heart, the CEA is all about one thing: patient safety and quality of care. Telangana brought this law in to make sure that every single healthcare facility, I'm talking everything from huge hospitals to tiny daycare centers, meets a certain minimum standard. It's about setting a level playing field for safety, hygiene, and just doing things the right way. Now, I know it's tempting to look at all this and just think, ugh, another form to fill out, but trust me, this is so much more than that. This registration is the actual legal and operational foundation of your entire business. Really, it all boils down to these four pillars. First, legal compliance. This is the big one. Without this, you risk huge penalties or even getting shut down. Second, credibility and trust. A registered facility just feels safer to patients, which means more people walking through your door. Third, insurance eligibility. You want to work with insurance providers? This is non-negotiable. And finally, quality assurance. It forces you to build a high-quality operation from day one. All right, let's get to the part you've probably been waiting for. How do you actually do this? We're going to walk through a clear, totally manageable four-step path that takes you from a mountain of documents to that beautiful final approval certificate. So here it is, your journey in 4 steps. It all kicks off with preparing your documents. And honestly, this is where most people get bogged down. Next, you submit everything online. After that, you'll have the authorities come out for an in-person inspection. And finally, if everything checks out, you get your certificate. Sounds simple enough, right? Well, let's dive into how to master each of those steps. But wait, before you dive in, let's talk about the pitfalls, the common mistakes that trip so many people up. Think of this next part as your insider's guide to dodging the frustrating and expensive delays that you really don't need. The number one reason applications grind to a halt? Incomplete documents. A missing fire safety certificate, an expired approval, a floor plan that isn't formatted correctly. Any one of these things can stop you dead in your tracks. The solution is so simple. Create one central digital folder. Scan everything, organize it, and have it ready to go. Okay, here's another huge trap. Building everything first and then checking the rules later. That's a recipe for disaster. The inspection team is going to check everything. Room sizes, waste disposal, signage, you name it. If it doesn't meet the state's minimum standards, you fail. The fix? Review those standards before a single brick is laid. It will save you an absolute fortune. And don't forget your people. Every single doctor, nurse, and technician needs to have their qualifications on file, backed up by certificates. Just one missing document for one staff member can cause a huge delay. The easy solution here is to bake this into your hiring process. Create a digital HR compliance folder and get those certificates scanned from day one. Okay, enough about what can go wrong. Let's flip the script and talk about how to make this whole thing go right. Think of this as your pro tip playbook, a rapid-fire round of expert advice to get you across that finish line in record time. Pro tip number 1, start early. Seriously, don't wait until the building is done to start chasing down paperwork. Start collecting all those no objection certificates, your NOCs, and other approvals while construction is still happening. It'll save you a world of stress later on. Pro tip number 2, use the cheat sheet. The Telangana government literally gives you a checklist of the minimum standards. This isn't some secret document. It's your roadmap. Use it. It tells you exactly what the inspectors are going to be looking for. It's like they're giving you the answers to the test ahead of time. Pro tip number 3, and I know I sound like a broken record, but it's that important. Digitize everything. Having all of your documents scanned, named properly, and ready to go will make the online submission process a breeze. No frantic searching, no delays. And our final pro tip, do a mock audit. Think of it as a dress rehearsal for the big day. Grab that official checklist and walk through your facility yourself. Find the gaps before they do. Fixing a problem now is way cheaper and faster than fixing it after you've already failed an inspection. So, you've done all the prep work, you followed the tips, you sidestepped the traps. What's the reward for all that effort? Let's talk about the amazing payoff you get when you nail this process from the start. And the rewards are huge. You get to open your doors and start helping patients way faster. You can get signed up with insurance companies from day one. You instantly build credibility and trust with your community. Plus, you're perfectly positioned for future certifications, and you've built a rock-solid foundation for future growth. Look, at the end of the day, it really comes down to this. This registration process isn't just a bureaucratic hoop to jump through. It's the first real step in setting the standard for your entire organization. It's about building a facility that's excellent, that's trusted, and that's built to last.